Now we are going to we're going to recall to our mind changing from active to passive in the past perfect tense. Okay? So that is F. F, we are going to look at past perfect tense. And here, changing from active to passive. In the past perfect tense, we'll see a couple of sentences to recall to our mind what we have already been to. Okay. The first sentence I have here for you is, the noise had frightened the horse. The noise. The noise. The noise had frightened. The noise had frightened the horse. That is the first sentence, and that is in the active voice. The noise had frightened the horse. That is active. And now we're going to change it into passive in the past perfect tense. Now, how will we write that? The horse had been frightened. Very good. The horse had been frightened. The horse had been frightened by the noise. By the noise. The horse had been frightened by the noise, and that is in the passive voice. Very good. Let's take another sentence. And I have a sentence here. Lightning had struck the house. Lightning. Lightning had struck the house. That's the active. That's the active. Now we are going to change this active into passive voice, keeping in mind past perfect tense. The house had been struck by the lightning. Yes, very good. The house had been struck. The house had been struck by the lightning. By the lightning. That becomes in the passive voice, in the past perfect tense, passive. Okay, we'll do one more sentence. We'll do one more sentence, and the third sentence is, the boys had eaten all the cakes before the party. The boys had eaten. The boys had eaten all the cakes. The boys had eaten all the cakes before the party. Before the party. And this is in the active voice. It's in the active. Now we have to make into passive, keeping in mind the past perfect tense. Okay? So now let's look at the sentence. All the cakes had been eaten. All the cakes had been eaten by the boys before the party. All the cakes had been eaten. Had been eaten. All the cakes had been eaten by the boys. By the boys. By the boys before the party. Before the party. All the cakes had been eaten by the boys before the party, and that is the passive. So what are we looking at? We are looking at here changing from active to passive in the past perfect tense. First, the noise had frightened the horse, active. The horse had been frightened by the noise, passive. Lightning had struck the house, active. The house had been struck by the lightning, passive. The boys had eaten all the cakes before the party, active. All the cakes had been eaten by the boys before the party. So we looked at, so far, the past perfect tense, learning to change from active to passive.